people that I know. Because I don't like to burn bridges, because you never know when you got to go back across that bridge, you know what I mean? So I'm saying today, this show is called The Best Is Yet to Come, because this show is about healing with your civil rights. Healing with your constitutional rights. You know, the system is as good as we make it. It's as good as we make it. When we come out there to the courthouse on the next court date on October the 26th, then we should be really as one. We had some more stuff there. We had a press conference that we did, and we're going to listen to a little Michael Jackson. Well, we did a press conference because something happened since we're still kind of on the quick news. I forgot to bring it up. And the LA Unified School District, Crenshaw High School, had a shooting on the 4th day of school. The 4th day of school.
But it wasn't at the school.
It was at the school. I was there. It was at the school.
They said they found out it wasn't.
It was at the school. It was at the school. Crenshaw High School is where it was. Okay, this is what I want to say about that. Could you read our press release that we sent out to the City News Service?
Civil rights leaders will urge calm at Crenshaw High School in the wake of the shooting in front of the school on Wednesday. They will also call for the apprehension of the shooter or shooters. The climate of fear among students at Crenshaw High is real, says Eddie Jones, president of Los Angeles Civil Rights Association. The shooting there makes it even more vital for school officials to redouble their efforts to provide safe and secure campus, especially during after-school extracurricular events.
So what we did was we went over to the school because there's a program that's ran by the Urban League called Safe Passage. We want our kids to have safe passage home and on their way to school. On their way home and on their way to school, we want them to have safe passage. No young person that's going to school to get an education for the betterment of learning about social society should have to worry about being stabbed, shot, or robbed, or anything like that. It's just not acceptable. So the next day, after I made a phone call to the councilman of our district, and after I made a phone call to a few other places, yes, that's right, the mayor's office. That's right, you got to take it to the top sometimes. Yeah. The next day we had the highway patrol out there, LAPD, school police, and undercover agents around the area. Yeah, that's what it takes. It takes numbers. It takes entities of business, of law enforcement to correct that type of problem. I don't want the kids at Crenshaw, Dorsey, Audubon, 42nd, Fauché, Manual Arts, or any other schools in that district to have any type of problems with worrying about shooting, or no school at all. Across the United States of America and even abroad. No shootings. Down with guns. Completely down with guns. Okay, period. Okay. Gotta tell you, I saw these ladies in can't see them from here, but they do the Supremes. And the reason why I brought it to Supremes because Michael Jackson was mostly raised around Motown people. Yeah. Marvin Gaye, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, the Supremes, the Temptations, Smokey Robinson. Michael Jackson grew up around nothing but talent. Yeah. I mean, and to me, James Brown, all the people that Michael loves, to me, that's why that's what made him so good at what he did. Right. He studied other artists.
That's right.
He studied other Fats Domino, people way back in the day. What's the guy with the cane who used to walk real funny?
Charlie
He studied Charlie Chaplin.
Right.
He studied all kinds of people, and that made him so diverse in what he did. And I said earlier, there's only one type of music, one type of language that everybody understands around the world. That's music.
That's right.
So when Michael did music, I mean, the whole world just became as one. And it was that music from Motown that brought people together. You know, they didn't care if you were black or white. You know, so again, this show is called The Best Is Yet to Come on the Los Angeles Civil Rights Association, because the best is yet to come. I want to talk a little bit about Mandisa's show. So Mandisa, you talk about the show, and I'm going to be right back while you talk about the show. I'm going to be right back. Let's focus on Mandisa for a minute, talk about your show, and tell them how to get to your show. And then we're going to look at some of your memorabilia from the Jacksons that you have here. Something that people are not going to believe that even exists anymore, right? Take it over.
Okay. So on September 14th, we had the pleasure of having Eddie on our show. We also had a fan activist that has been spending her own money coming down from Tacoma to be at all of the hearings to make sure that she represented. We also had a clinical psychologist on there because there was some fighting amongst the fans down at Portland. So that was one of the reasons we decided to do the show. Because we represent Michael. Michael lives in all of us. Michael is not gone. Michael lives in all of us. So part of the reason that we did the show was that because of the conflict. Well, first of all, we have to understand there's 5 stages of grieving, and I think a lot of us are stuck in anger because we don't know why, we don't know how, we don't know when, we don't know anything. There's unanswered questions, and when someone that you love is just ripped away from you, there's no answers, you're angry. So we understand the fans are frustrated and they're angry, but we can't take it out on each other. We have to think, what would Michael do? You know, what would he expect of us? And so another reason we did the show is we want to control the message. We want the independent media to step up to the plate. This is a call as journalists, as independent journalists, for all independent media to begin to tell Michael's real story. Because when the trial starts, they're going to try to assassinate his character again. Period. And if we don't control the message now, which is this show is about love, Michael was about love, Michael is about love, and that's the important thing. And so on the show, we shared a lot of our stories about growing up, especially little girls. We were little girls, we used to fight over who got to be married to Michael and things of that nature. So we were very happy to talk about the importance of being there for the family, uplifting the family in prayer, and making sure that we put the message out there and that we help the Jackson family take Michael's legacy and restore it where it needs to be.
Mandisa, now it's amazing that you brought that up. So since you brought that up, let's talk a little bit about my interview on your show. I really enjoyed myself. I'll let you elaborate again.
Oh yes, so one of the reasons we brought Eddie on the show is because he was able to give a lot of the information that's going on with the trials and the sentencing and how we can get active and participate. And I know, Eddie, you brought up some code words that we were afraid to use on the show, such as conspiracy and things like that.
Conspiracy. Remember that word, conspiracy. I still believe it's a conspiracy that Michael died. I feel like it was a premeditated conspiracy that we lost Mr. Michael Joseph Jackson. So elaborate. Go ahead.
Well, and for Catherine Jackson to come out, and now she's holding these other people accountable, which I appreciate. She's not waiting for anybody else to tell
Hold it right there. That was something that she said that was profound. Miss Catherine Jackson, well, first of all, to Mr. Joe Jackson, to Miss Catherine Jackson, to LaToya, to Reeve, to Janet, to Tito, to Jackie, to Marlon, to Randy, and to all the children, to Jermaine and all the children, to Paris and Blanket and Prince, we love you.
Yes.
We all love you. Can we clap it up for them?
Yes.
We love you. But I am so very proud of Miss Catherine Jackson. This is officially, what's today's day?
18.
Today's the 18th, 9/18. This is officially Miss Catherine Jackson Day on the Los Angeles Civil Rights Association. Miss Catherine Jackson Day on the Los Angeles Civil Rights Association. That's right. What I have here in my hand was so unbelievable. When I seen it on online, I want to thank Lisa Don. Thank you, Lisa Don. Hi, Lisa Don. Lisa Don is like the diehard Jackson fan.
Yes.
And she has been at Neverland. You guys have too. But she's done a lot of things. I really believe the Jacksons know who she is, just like they know who you are, and I'm sure by now they know who all of us are. they watch the show too. They might not watch it when we watch it, but they watch it. Amen. Thank you, and God bless you all. Here in my hand, in this folder, is the lawsuit that Miss Catherine Jackson has filed. It's all 18 pages of the lawsuit in my hand, right here, in my hand. And it specifically points out, and I'm going to have our new intern, Jasmine, just read a little bit of the top of who's all involved in this. Start from the top, please. And these are the original documents, not original, but these are the documents, original documents from offline, which the whole world has right now. So I'm not manipulating or anything like that. We did this all legally. Okay. Yeah, you can start with the law offices so people can know who's suing who.
Okay. Number 1, Panish, Shea and Boyle, LLP. Brian Panish, State Bar, number 116060. Kevin Boyle, State Bar, number 192718. Peter Fuller, State Bar, number 149856. Address 1111 Santa Monica Boulevard, Suite 700, Los Angeles, California, 9025. Law offices of Casey Maxwell, State Bar, number 21470.
Now that you've given all that great information, now those are the players. Those are the players. That's why I said I had her say that. Now let's go down here where it says right there.
Okay. Superior Court of the State of California, County of Los Angeles, Central District. Catherine Jackson, individually and as the guardian at the turn of Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., Harris Michael Catherine Jackson, and Prince Michael Jackson II. Plaintiffs, AEG Lod, LLC, Anschwitz Entertainment Group, Incorporated.
Excuse me, could you say that name again? Anschwitz?
Yeah, Anschutz.
Anschutz Entertainment Service. Okay, go ahead. I just want people to know who these people are that are being sued by the Jacksons.
And Brandon Phillips, a.k.a. Randy Phillips, an individual.
Randy Phillips?
Yes.
Okay.
Kenneth Ortega, a.k.a.
Kenny Ortega. Okay, go ahead, keep going.
An individual, Paul Gagaware, an individual, and Timothy Leewicki, an individual, and does 1 to 100 inclusive defendants.
Did you hear that? Say the last line again. This includes all the people who names you didn't hear. Say the last line again one more time.
It does 1 to 100 inclusive defendants.
So from 1 to 100 inclusive defendants, that means other people can be called to testify about this. I told you this is all going to come out. I told you, and I told you a long time ago when people were losing hope and, oh, we're never going to get in the federal court. It's in the federal court. There's going to be a civil lawsuit now. Not only there, Brian Oxman filed a civil lawsuit. That's going up. Joe is behind that stuff. I mean, this is real deal Holyfield. This ain't no joke. We're going to get justice for Michael.
That's right.
It might take a little while, but patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
And when you get frustrated and you feel like you want to hate on somebody, remember the 5 C's. Cool, calm, collective, and composed, and compassion for whoever's hating on you. Amen? Let's get to the big stuff. Let's leave the little stuff alone, the hating alone. Let's get to the big stuff. This is the big stuff right here. This is what you all are asking for. This is what you all want to see happen. Now, faith without works is dead. You have not because you ask not. But in his word in Matthew 7:7, he said, ask and you shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and that door shall be open. So now the door is open. Amen? So now all we need is folk to stand on faith. Because if you don't have faith, then your faith is contaminated. And if you have contaminated faith, then you don't have no faith at all. Where is your faith? The best is yet to come. That's what I'm saying. That's why our show for today is called The Best Is Yet to Come. Okay. Yeah. Can you read that right there?
Yeah.
Okay. We're on page 2 of the lawsuit. I won't go to all 18 pages because we'll just do a little bit maybe next week. But for today, we're just going to give you a little bit because you can go online and find it yourself.
Okay, this is on the 2nd page, and it states, by the nature of their contractual joint venture and special relationship, AEG had legal duties to Michael Jackson to treat him safely and not to put him in harm's way.
Hold on, read that one more time. This is the whole lawsuit. This is safety. is a very important issue for a person with that much status and that high up in the entertainment world. Safety is number one. Remember I told you that.